Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on Ethereum. We're going to do a full update right here regarding the technicals. If you watched my video yesterday, or at least the middle of the day market update, I'm not sure. No, I mean yesterday in the morning I do think we spoke about this as well. So if you watch the video, you're still completely up to date. Because what we spoke about yesterday, I would say happened exactly, right? I mean, especially in the middle of the day market update, there was quite a lot of bullish momentum in the markets, also for Ethereum. Ethereum obviously got up to the top of the range right here with the 7-day rolling VWAP and the yearly rolling VWAP. And there's still some imbalances left to the upside that we haven't hit, with a naked POC at 2760 and a fair value gap right here around 2800. But that was also quite quite a reach to reach that, especially with the yearly rolling VWAP, which is the strongest resistance you can almost have on the chart, being at 2670. But we also had a single print there. We cleared that up. We had a fair value gap there. We cleared that up. And then we rejected. Now ultimately a rejection from a level with that many confluences is not that strange, right? That's to be expected, but I would say that right now, especially if you combine that reaction to the fundamentals, that it is a signal of something, right? And that's what I wanted to talk about. We'll talk about some fundamentals as well. First of all, as you might notice, I have some new medication for that for my nose, which was a huge trouble for me in the mornings. So far, so good. It seems to be working, and it seems to eliminate some of that sniffing and some of that irritation that I had almost every morning. So hopefully you can notice it as well. And these videos are better, right? But for now, let's get right into it. So fundamentally, Ethereum is still doing great. If you take a look at the top stablecoin supply changes for Ethereum in the last 24 hours, they gained $1.4 billion in stablecoins. And I've said this before, right? I mean, if there's one big winner for stablecoins, maybe it's Maker or Sky, for example. So that's doing very well, but that's a protocol. That's not a network. And then when we're taking a look at, where can I find it? Yeah. So when we're taking a look at stablecoins, what you'll see is that the total stablecoin market cap at this point of time is $252 billion. And if you see how that's distributed over the networks, more than half is on Ethereum. Right, so Ethereum is by far, or not by far, but it's a huge winner of the stablecoin narrative, and that is still very hyped up and still going on right now. So fundamentally, that's great. Now, technically, though, and talking about some other fundamentals, we did see overnight that the markets, became a little bit more worried again about the Middle East after a weekend and a couple of days of becoming less worried. So that was quite good, but the development overnight is not so good. And then tomorrow, as we also talked about, I think either on Sunday or yesterday, we have the FOMC meeting, ahead of which you usually see some de-risking as well. Right, so because of those fundamentals, and if you combine that to, like I said, that very strong reaction to the top of the range right here, first of all, I would not expect a breakout out of the range because of that. And second of all, I think in line with the fundamentals, it's most likely that we will just remain relatively stable. Maybe push down a little bit further. Is there a possibility that we drop down all the way to the bottom of the range again? I would argue yes. Especially fundamentally, right? I mean, if we get some headlines, some bearish headlines, that's definitely possible. But also with the FOMC coming up, which is, certain, some more de-risking into that area is a possibility. But ultimately, I do think the range will hold, right? I don't foresee any fundamentals that can push us below the range. But ultimately, therefore, stability with a potential move down, which is also not certain. Stability is most likely. And then after that stability, if we actually get through that, I would say that a bullish breakout is still most likely. Even though, on the short term, so today or tomorrow, that doesn't seem most likely. But those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all in my next videos, and bye.